I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a graph. Now, first things first, you need a heading up here, furthest roll, and your date. The second thing is you need a margin coming down the side. You can see I've already made mine here. Now, at the bottom of the page, close to the bottom, you want to draw another line. It's called a horizontal line. And this comes here. Now, you do this in your maths book or grid book if you can, and everything is on the lines. I don't just do things at random places. I'm going to say this a few times. Mr. Kravchuk and I were looking at people who are being neat and organised. We don't want just messy, fast finished work. The next thing we do is, I just need to go change my page here, is we need to give some information to our graph. And we need to write down the names. Now, I'm going to write them sideways. So it's not as easy. I'm going to write Ellie over here. E-L-L-Y. For those that didn't know, that's my daughter's name. I'm going to leave the box empty. And then I'm going to write down Wally. Leave the box empty. And I'm going to write Bob. Then I've got Dude. Now, if you've got long names, you might need to use more area. And finally, I've got Soph. Okay, so you can see I've got the names. Now, I need to have some information going up this margin. So, right on the line, I'm going to put 0. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to go all the way up to the top of the page. Now, some of you guys will already know how to do a graph, but that's okay. 17, 18, 19, right where my title is. Now, Ellie is going to take up 2 boxes across. Blop, blop. If her roll went 0 meters, I can't do anything. If her roll went 1 meter, I come up 1 box. If it went 2 meters, I'd come up 2, and so on like that. Now, it's really, really important that I use my ruler for this. Now, Ellie's roll was really good. She was able to roll it 6 meters. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can actually see the number 6 there. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. My phone just buzzed, but that's okay. And I'm going to box it off, we call that. So we can see here, Ellie got 6 meters. Now Wally, he's our Australian mate. He went really far. He went all the way, got my ruler again, and actually I can use my ruler nicely, and it shows my centimeters. He got 13 centimeters, or 13 meters he rolled. So here's the number 13. You can see how I put it there. I draw my line. Now, this is the bit where I think some people might get into a little bit of tricky bits. I don't draw a line from here all the way to there. No, I just go across 2 boxes. Look, I can box this off. So we can see Ellie had 6 meters. Wally, I go all the way, there's 13. Bob, from the USA. He did pretty well. He was a big dude, and he was able to get to 10. So I'm going to put my ruler at 0, and I'm going to go up to the number 10. There it is there, and I can double check it. Look at this. Here's my ruler, here's my little dash. There's 10, and I just do it 2 boxes across, and now I can box it off. Old dude from Spain, isn't he a cool fella? He was the second lightest, but was really good at rolling. He must have just been a nice roundness. And he was able to get to 8 meters. So here we are. Here's 8. So here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see I've got that there. And I draw my line up to 8. And I can box it off. And finally, Sophie, I think she was just mucking around too much, too busy doing her hair and all those things. She wasn't able to go too far. She only went 3 meters. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here it is there. Draw my line. And I can colour it in. The next thing I like to do, I've got my coloured pencils. And I want to shade each one in. So you can, here, I'm going to do Ellie first of all. And I'm going to, so this is how I shade. I don't spend a long time colouring in. I just gently shade it in. Next, I go to Wally. So I'm going to try another colour here. I'm using different colours for different people. And you can see, I'm really trying my best to stay inside the rectangle that I made for Wally. Bob. Okay, so I'm going to do Bob, who got 10 metres if we remember. All the way down there. And then we had Dude from Spain. Español. Buenos días is a way of saying good morning in Spanish. And lastly, this is probably the closest I've got to my purples here. We have Sophie, who we knew was from Egypt. Shukran. That means thank you very much in Egyptian. And you can see I've coloured them in. Okay, so what we've done here is we have made a bar graph. Furthest roll with the title, our date. We've got our names down the bottom here. We've also got how far each rolled. Lastly, we need to have a statement. We need to tell the readers something about this. And I'm going to come up with a statement. Wally went the furthest of, where did he go? He went 13 metres. Sophie went the least of 3 metres. So here we've got our graph. A bit of a checklist. Heading, yes. Date, check. We've got our names down the bottom, check. We've got our distances along here. And I've got a statement. In fact, I've got 2 statements. So you're going to make a graph for your furthest roll, for the one that can go for the longest amount of time, and finally, you're going to do one for one that you come up with yourself. Good luck. This will be really good, team.